to Family Gamer TV. Here we are again in the Disney Infinity booth, and I just bumped into Jason Greer of various Inquirer sites, one of which being Disney Infinity Inquirer. So how's it going? How's your E3?
It's going very, very well. First time I've been at E3, so it's exciting to be here for the first time. Loving the booth here, loving the setup, obviously loving this background as well. But it's game's fun. Everything's going great.
And so at E3, what's the big news, do you think, from Infinity?
Obviously, the Boba Fett was a big announcement here. If you look closely at the little archway, they also showed for the first time the Ultron, the Hulkbuster figures. Yep. So that was a nice little surprise as well. But obviously, the Boba Fett's the big thing.
Yeah, Boba Fett, yeah. Yeah, and they announced that right before doors opened, so I was all set with some coverage. Yeah. I was like, I've got to do it again to include Boba Fett, but it was a great figure.
Yeah, they had an event for some people to see the Inside Out preview, so I was actually there right when the PlayStation event was going on, and I got out, my phone's blowing up about Boba Fett, and I'm like, what? This is an official Infinity event, and there they go announcing a Boba Fett thing.
And so what do you think about that? Because you've got to buy the PlayStation version, don't you, to get hold of it? They did it last year with Hulk on PlayStation. Do you think that's good for fans, or do you think that's a bit of a sour taste in the mouth?
Last year was fine in my opinion. Hulk was for a month, but this time it's wholly till January. I heard January 5th, so it's
a few months.
Yeah, so it's quite a long time. So it's nice. Like, I don't mind this kind of stuff. I almost feel like that's pushing the limits a little bit too far. If it's a month, it's not a big deal, you know. Yeah. And thankfully, it's not like a thing where you need that character to unlock something in the game where it's going to taunt you. But it is a little bit of a shame, but it's fine for PlayStation fans. Yeah,
and it'll maybe get people over onto PlayStation. Back the other way, maybe from PlayStation back to Wii U on Skylanders, they got that amiibo. You can only get those amiibos if you buy the Wii U or 3DS version. What do you make about that?
Yeah, that was shocking to me. We had reported some speculation about that. They didn't even show the Wii U cover art, so we thought they were going to do some kind of amiibos for maybe skins, but they made full-on figures, which is crazy. But yeah, it's interesting. You have to buy the Wii U. It's the only way you can get Donkey Kong. Bowser only comes in the Wii U to 3DS, so you have to buy, both of those starter packs in order to get those. It is interesting they're only going to be able to play on those Nintendo platforms, which makes sense for their IP protection. But yeah, it's exciting. You just twist the base, switch them back and forth, so it's way bigger than what I thought they were going to do. But it's a very, very cool partnership.
And so, do you know much about the amiibo side of that functionality? Have they announced much about what those amiibos will do?
They haven't said anything at all. Typically, all the variants they have, like all the Marios, there's 7 different Marios, and technically all they're going to be Marios. So I assume it's just going to be another Bowser, another Donkey Kong. Just like if you used a normal Donkey Kong.
So but you could use it, say Mario Kart, you could use that to unlock those costumes.
Right, that's what I would assume, but they haven't really officially said anything yet, so we'll see.
Cool, and so how about LEGO Dimensions? There's lots of news leading up to the event. We've got some Ghostbuster stuff coming up from them. What do you make of that?
Yeah, so I was excited about that. I was kind of bummed there was no on-hand demo for the public here.
It's behind closed doors, so it's slightly cagey.
Yeah, so it's interesting since it's coming out soon, but I think because it's such a complicated kind of play to it, they might not want to train people to do it. But the Ghostbuster's really cool. The Portal I was shocked about when I was the first one that found it on Walmart, and I was like, there's no way this is what it is. And when I broke the news, and it turned out what it was. But yeah, the Portal, I'm a big fan of Portal, so I think it's really interesting that Valve is getting involved with it. But it shows the power of LEGO, that they're taking all these franchises all together. You can use your figure at any point, any game, there's no coins to unlock, anything like that. So it's very, very cool that they're doing it that way.
Cool, and so just talking a bit about your Inquirer site, so you've got a whole bunch of them. How is it running those sites? You want to be on the nose for getting news stories up, but then sometimes you have to take stuff down, and it must be slightly tense at times.
Yeah, so it's different times. Sometimes I feel bad putting stuff up. I don't know if I can put it up. Like when the Infinity figures first leaked out for 3.0, I put them up because I actually thought they were real. I thought they were really good mock-ups. Then I got noticed that I could take them down. So you fight that battle with there, but I'm always happy to work with the companies. I'm not trying to, do anything wrong. I'm just doing stuff for the fans, doing stuff like that. Like at the end of the day, I'm a big fan of these games. That's why I'm doing these websites. So I'm not doing anything to try to make them mad. So I'm more than happy to comply with any requests they have. But it can be a little bit hard sometimes.
Well, all the effort you put in is really obvious. So for people to find you, do you want to just go through the different sites? And also you've got a podcast, haven't you?
Yep, absolutely. We have Infinity Inquirer for Infinity stuff, Skylanders Inquirer, Brick Inquirer for the LEGO Dimensions stuff, and then we have Nintendo Inquirer, which covers all the amiibo information and other Nintendo stuff. We also do a podcast called the Toys for Games Cast. That covers anything in the Toys to Life genre. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's 2 hours. A lot of stuff to talk about, but we hear really good stuff about it. It's an enjoyable podcast. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Jason Inquirers with an S at the end as well.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for your time today. It's really nice to sort of meet you in person. I've been reading your stuff so long online, so all the best for the coming year.
Thank you, absolutely. I always love all your coverage as well, so I'm excited. It was one of my things this week. I had to try and find you, so I'm excited to finally bump into you.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot. That's great. Cheers.
Absolutely. Thank you.